Good morning, you guys. Jeff here at Yakety Mac, and man, I am cheesing big time because I'm so happy to be on the water again. We've been like them soggy bottom boys here for the past couple of weeks. Man, I have never seen so much rain, but we turned the corner now. We got a nice stretch of weather coming our way, and I am involved in yet another month-long tournament. This one here for the month of April, and I'm going to share with you all my thoughts on month-long tournaments, online tournaments, in case it's something you are thinking about or have been intrigued about. I'm going to give you kind of the pros and cons of my thoughts on those. Real quick update for the month of March. I finished in 12th place out of 21 registered anglers. That's not great. I think I was somewhere like 76 and a half, 76 and a quarter, something like that. Inches and over 101. I think second place was over 100 as well. So not a great showing so far for this month. You'll see here I'm in 10th place out of 16 anglers. Again, I'm not setting anything on fire, but I've only got the two fish. I think it's 26 and a half inches is what I'm at. Let's hope I can change some of that today. So let's talk about the online experience real quick. Go ahead and get that out of the way, give you some of my pros and cons. The pros to it are this. You can fish any body of water that you want to as long as it's public water within a certain parameter. So for instance, the particular tournament that I am involved in includes Mississippi, Florida, and Alabama. Any public water within those three states. Sometimes you'll find it regional like that. Sometimes you'll find it state specific, whatever it may be. Each tournament is going to be unique. And so you can fish any body of water that you want. So if you've got a body of water that's very close to where you live, such as this place here for me, makes it easier for you to get out and participate. The second pro benefit of doing something like this is just the competition and the camaraderie that comes along with it. It makes each trip out, it gives you something to shoot for, gives you something to measure against. That part of it is fun. For me, that's always been a draw for sports in general, right? It's just this measurement tool. Golf was the same way for me. Every time out, it was a measurement. It's not so much me against the other people. Just like in golf, it wasn't necessarily me against whom I was playing with. It was me versus the course, me versus myself. And so that's just kind of fun. And if you're someone who's long been into sports or whatever, you'll get what I'm talking about there. So those are the pros of it. Now there are some cons as well, and they're kind of big. One of those cons, and probably the biggest con to doing an online tournament, month-long tournament, is that most of us work normal, regular, full-time jobs, and so if we're able to get out, 3, 4, 5 times in a month, that might be it. But you're competing against people who are not necessarily in the same circumstances as you. For instance, perhaps there are some guys who are retired. Well, they can get out 3 or 4 times a week, weather permitting, if they want to. So that sheer number discrepancy and all those opportunities certainly put you at a disadvantage if you're not able to get out there as often as other people. One of the other things too that's taken into consideration as well, and there's nothing wrong with this, but I had seen a picture of a fish submitted, and there were like 6 identifiers in that picture, 6 or 7, quite a few identifiers, and so there's a pretty good chance that this person is competing in multiple tournaments simultaneously, and if you're willing to make that kind of investment, then that tells me you are going to make sure you give yourself plenty of opportunities to get out onto the water. So if you're someone who can't get out a lot, you're already at a disadvantage to the people who can, just simply based on sheer volume of opportunity. And that's probably the biggest drawback to the online tournament. You don't have to show up at a specific date at a specific lake, within a specific time frame. So there's more flexibility there. However, that flexibility can also work against you. And so I think I actually prefer the in-person one day, everyone on the same lake, same time frame, may the best man or woman win. I actually think I prefer that over the month-long. So this is my second one. Not sure yet if I'll continue on. We'll see. It's really going to come down to numbers for me. Whether or not I think I can get on the water, excuse me, whether or not I think I can get on the water enough to justify subsidizing those who can. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the tournaments. And then speaking of my in-person event, March was another cure for insomnia. This was horrible. Guys, we have had 3 tournaments so far this year. All 3 of them have been absolutely horrible fishing. I'll give you, first of all, I blanked. I had nothing, not even a bite all day long. That's the second tournament that's happened to me this year. The winning guy in the tournament caught 2 fish. That's how bad it was. It was a disaster. We've got another one coming up in 6 days. And so fingers are crossed that that's going to be different. Even if I'm not real competitive in there, which I hope I am, but even if I'm not, it'll be nice to get back to the ramp and several people have limits or close to it or something of that sort. We've just had such bad tournaments for the first 3 of this year. Just as a whole, it'd be nice if that changes up this coming weekend. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to get started. And I'm going to throw a bait that I have not thrown very much at all. I'll show it to you here. But I really think with water being up and lily pads coming in and everything, I really think this could possibly be effective. And this is a topwater soft plastic from Z-Man. This is called a poppin' shad. Let me show it to you. So that's a Z-Man popping shad. And it floats, pops just like a popper. It does dive down a little bit under the water. So it doesn't stay as buoyant as, say, a hard plastic type of a Rapala or a Whirl Pop or something along those lines. But it will stay on the surface enough to get you that gurgling sound. And you'll see some footage of it here from the camera that I'm going to start up behind me. But I think this could be really effective, throwing up into some tight spots. I may even learn how to skip with this thing. Who knows? So stick with me, guys, and see what I can make happen today. Got him. All that for that. $12.25. Got it. Well, good people, that's going to do it for me today. 2 fish, 12.25 and 12-inch, just barely. Wow, that's pretty bad. You know, it's going to put me 1 fish away for my limit for the month. So I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get that, but does it really matter when you're dealing with 12 and 13-inch fish and you're chasing people with 20, 18s, 19s, that kind of stuff? Couldn't really figure out a pattern. The tree ended up not being some sort of magic solution. I did catch some off of some lily pads, the 12-inch one. That was on a fluke. And so I couldn't really find what I should be doing today. I couldn't really find anything that was going to work. And with the water being up, it's not crazy up. I just couldn't locate them, y'all. So let's hope that I can do better, 5 days from now. Let's hope that the conditions are right. We're going to have a steady week leading up into this weekend. So hopefully that will help to settle things down. And we'll see what comes out on Saturday. We're going to Dead Lake. It is tournament number 4 of the season. That place can be very productive when it is on. So we'll find out and hope it doesn't live up to its namesake. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. As always, do me a favor, hit the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and share this video if you are so inclined. And no matter what you've got going on in your life, I hope you will always take some time to get outside and play.